Hi, everyone. So probably like many of you, I've been a gamer literally since when I remember myself. Since I was a boy growing up in Israel, I spent all my spare time, all my pocket money that I made fixing my neighbors' computers on games. Over the time, I fell in love not only with playing games, but also with all the technology around them and to learn about it, about the software, development languages, hardware, and networks. And when I got older, and this is actually, I think, picture was taken 35 years ago, I still love this pacifier. And when I got older, I realized that I can be part of this industry. And my instinct were to be involved more on the technical side. But a few years ago, I realized that actually, where the games and the game system have evolved and changed tremendously over the year, the way we're playing, didn't change at all. It's pretty much the same way as I was a kid. Like, save up for the latest, greatest gaming device, find yourself locked to play only on this costly device. And this lack of progress was surprising for me. And I always perceived the gaming industry as something that's the engine that's pushed the technology further. And it's always been like that. You roll the dice, you buy an expensive PC or console, you hope it is the one, and you're playing games on this machine, and get ready to upgrade it in 1-2 years and get a new one. So in 2015, we started Blade to get gamers off this hamster wheel. And there is several approaches on how to do it. Today, I want to talk about what we're doing in Blade with our cloud gaming service Shadow and how it's different from the Netflix of gaming model. When we started Blade, everyone assumes that the right way to evolve the way we're playing games was to create something that's called Netflix of gaming, which means you're getting an access to a catalog of titles, you're playing them over the internet, and you charge a subscription fee. Sounds good, no? Now, I want to speak today about and suggesting why this approach should be concerning. Why it will concern you if you are a developer, why it should concern you if you are an investor, and why it should concern you if you are a gamer. But first, let me take a moment to define cloud gaming so we are all on the same page. Cloud gaming means that you can play anywhere, on any display you like. No more system upgrades. You can get into games faster. And you can enjoy features impossible to find anywhere else. Cloud gaming allows you to play any game you want on any device you already own. Now, just as Netflix did for video, the first big payoff of cloud gaming is it will open up accessibility for a huge audience of brand new gamers that's by removing all the barriers of cost and complexity inherent in the traditional gaming model. Secondly, we believe that cloud gaming will usher in revolution in the computing as a low-cost access to enormous computing power is democratized, and people who never had it before now can have access to it. And these two possibilities, I find them nothing short of transformationals, a word that people using to death, but in this case, it applies. Now, many people assume cloud gaming equal Netflix. Through your subscription, you get access to a limited catalog of games and still enjoy all the benefit of cloud gaming. There are several services that have a subscription element in them. They offer a number of games, but that is just one model, and in my opinion, not the best one. While in Shadow, it is available through a subscription, we don't care from where gamers getting their games. Now that we are on the same page around cloud gaming, let me suggest why the Netflix of gaming model is not good for developers. The primary problem in this model is control, or rather actually lack of control. The Netflix of gaming model is a walled garden, and the developers don't own the garden. Not only the developers doesn't own the relationship with their players, the owner can dictate the financial model and the revenues of your games. This will place artificial limits on how you design the core of your games by constraining your option and your revenue model and forcing you to focus on either increasing usage time of the game, either going into some kind of freemium model, and really drive your game down a specific path. Now, developer should own the user journey. And we don't think the delivery mechanism should control which way the game will be developed toward. Now, there is also the question what it means for indie developers or old game by main developers that doesn't even have the user base large enough to be justified to include in a catalog. Now, let me suggest why I believe the Netflix of gaming model is not good for investors. It is not. Gamers engage with their games in a very different way than they engage with movies and TV shows. It is not uncommon for a gamer to play his favorite game 50, 100, 1,000, or like in my case, actually, yeah, much more than 1,000 in my case, playing League of Legends. Nobody does that with movies and TV. You're watching the movies, and you continue to watch to the next one. Maybe you watch the same movie 2 times, 3 times, but that's all. Gamers doesn't care about the quantity of games. They care about being offered the game they love. And this system makes the choice a very costly gamble. Now, even if we're saying that, let's say a service gets almost everything up to perfect, very close to perfect. They got large selection of popular titles. They even have some niche games around. Out of this service, a gamer will consume 2, 3, 4 games, and these are going to be a very specific games. You have fans of Call of Duty, you have fans of Ghost Recon, of Doom, or like myself of Transport Tycoon Deluxe. When a gamer decides to start, he wants to play a new title, he will always have the question, he or she will always have the question, does this game is available in the service that I'm subscribed now, or yet I need to subscribe to another service? Guys, this is complex and costly. As an investor, why you would like to pour your capital into something that will always have the risk of getting the wrong content mix? And the smart money might choose to invest in a platform, in a cloud gaming platform, that doesn't restrict the gamers to play any kind of game. And with Shadow, we created the possibility to be able to run any kind of game on any device, anytime the user wants. We are title and system agnostics. Now, lastly, why we believe that Netflix of games is not good for gamers. I've mentioned the challenge of subscribing to a service that has the titles you want now, and it might have the title you will want one day. We believe that developers should design their games about what they want the gamers to play, not about some artificial goals or incentive. And with Shadow, our goal is to evolve the industry and that has been stuck with the same model since day one, and bring gaming to a large number of underserved people. And mostly to work with developers, not dictators. We want to develop the game they want to make. And we can also offer them the opportunity to enhance their creative, their technical experience, and to evolve the game experience with cloud gaming technology. Why I'm on this mission? I'm a gamer that's convinced that cloud gaming is going to change everything. I think about my own story. When I grew up, I was a gamer all the time, and now I got new priorities in my life. I got family, I got kids, I got wife, and not long ago, my wife gave me the ultimatum that's probably many of you familiar with, is that, okay, it's either me, either the huge PC rig that you put in the middle of our living room. All these kind of things should go away. There is no reason why gaming should be everything about the games. All the hardware restrictions should disappear. It's about the way to play. We are committed to accessibility, flexibility, and compatibility, a system that works exactly like a Windows PC. You can install any game you want or any application you want. You can do whatever you want in it, and it just works all the time. You don't have to learn a new way to access your games. For developers, it means that your games, your existing games, your future games work perfectly as is. You don't need to modify them. You don't need to port them. And you have the option of leverage the advantage of our techs. And there is no risk for gamers. They can bring all the games that they already own. Any games that they are buy or download or install while they are subscribed remains theirs, even if they are stopped subscribing. And it's important to notice that this brave new world is not something on a whiteboard somewhere in a lab. This is happening today. This revolution is happening now. We believe cloud gaming matters because it will open up gaming for a brand new audience and will empower developers. We also believe that it has the possibility to change the computing world over the next few years. And I really want that you will join us to this adventure. And thank you very much for listening today.